Hello everyone, and now welcome to game number 3 in this best of three series. We are all tied up, and this is going to be a human undead versus orc undead once more. This is on Centaur Grove, and it is going to be cross spawns, top left versus bottom right. I've seen. Interesting enough, I've actually seen spawns where your ally is actually directly across from you as opposed to directly next to you. And I'm not really quite sure which way is the correct way. Now, with that being said, we'll see how this is all going to be unfolding here. Expansion options are going to be very limited, but in a 2v2 game, you normally do not try to expand. If you expand early on and it is caught, it is extremely easy for your opponent to just try and take down your base since you do not have enough units to really fight back. Gonna go ahead and slow this down to 1 speed now as the Archmage of the blue team clearing out the Centaur Outrunner, and it's a 4-4-3-3 creep or 3-2 creep camp. Archmage should be able to get to level 2 very easily as he does pick up a Gloves of Haste. Meanwhile, Blade Master shows up, and so does a Crypt Fiend, and this could be very big news. Oh, who got the experience? I believe the Blade Master got the experience from the help of a Crypt Fiend there, and now the Water Elemental may even get taken down as well. This is going to be a very big deal. Down it goes. Level 2 on the Blade Master, and a big steal by the Orc side as the Orc Undead first on the board with a level 2 hero. Undead now arrives to the center portion of the map. You can see Peon getting caught up in a rather unusual spot. Tomb of Relics in at 20/30 supply, and we are waiting to see what exactly the blue undead is trying to hope to do down over here. This is a rather difficult spot to creep out, hence the use of Essence of Blight for a bit more hit point regeneration. But even with that, the Death Knight is still having a very difficult time staying alive here without suffering too much damage. Back at home, Undead back in the center, Undead able to easily creep out this Goblin Merchant shop, but he is still sitting at level 1. And also the Blade Master is sitting at level 2. Oh, there goes a Ziggurat well before it is completed, as the Blade Master now able to sneak inside here pretty easily. Alright, Blade Master having a very fun time inside this base. Death Coil just a little bit late there, and all of a sudden the human undead army, which was pretty much dominating game number 1, seems to have lost its footing. Blade Master now going after the Acolyte here. Down it goes. Crypt Fiends are still trying to fight, and we can see a very large pink army sitting inside here. Perhaps if they can take down enough Acolytes, that will disrupt the economy long enough, but I don't believe so, as we now see Pink being forced to retreat and return back home. Whole bunch of skeletal minions. Archmage may be in a bit of trouble. Death Knight is right there, just knocking outside. Oh, there's the Scroll of Town portal down to 50 hit points, as he will be teleporting back home.
Player's forces are under attack.
Meanwhile, Blade Master of the Archmage clearing out another easy green creep camp. Not exactly sure what his plans are next, but he is still trying to creep out more stuff. A replenishment potion actually being left behind. Not sure who left that behind, but that Blade Master definitely saying thank you. I could always use a bit more hit points and mana. Blade Master now going after the Centaur Drudge. Blade Master also doing a very good job of making sure to spread out the damage so that he doesn't pull aggro and end up taking away some of the bit of experience or some of the hit points that he would be regenerating. In the center portion of the map, are we going to perhaps see a little bit of a catch off guard by the on the Undead? If the Undead tries to clear out this creep camp, it could go very badly for him. No, not going to do that. His spider sense must have been tingling to know that he shouldn't engage right there, since he just saw his opponent. Undead now making its rounds. Gonna go ahead and clear out the center portion of the map. Meanwhile, down over here, Archmage clearing out the forest trolls and the forest trolls down over here, as I believe the Blade Master is still walking around looking for a bit of trouble. He wants to fight, he wants to engage, he wants to try and slow things up, as we're looking at the Death Knight still doing a bit of scouting here, as we are now taking the Black Citadel. We are getting that Lich as well, so that Lich will be given an Orb of Corruption when the time comes. Skeletal minions rushing head on into a pretty hopeless spot here may end up just giving more experience to the blue, and we see a little bit of the warp gate transfer. Archmage nowhere to be found, as the Death Knight now being forced to engage against a level 3 Archmage all by himself. Without level 3, a level 2 Death Coil would have been significantly more helpful for saving your units, but no quite luck there. Crypt Fiends now being brought in. It looks like Pink is ready to go. Pink with the Undead Orc gonna push in this base here momentarily. And once this base falls, I think that will pretty much be the end of it for this team. So far, Mountain King now saved by a Zeppelin, but he's not going to be able to do very much of anything, as the Mountain King attempting to fight back all here. Meanwhile, Death Knight with a whole bunch of Crypt Fiends and Skeletal Minions, are they going to perhaps see that the Blade Master windwalk back, and that is the reason why they do not want to engage? Crypt Fiends still fighting and may be able to take down that Arcane Tower. Yes, the Arcane Tower is now gone, and with that,
A player's forces are under attack.
excuse me. With that, Arcane Tower now gone, Skeletal Minions will be able to run amok inside that base and really cause a bit of heavy traffic issues. Alright, Blade Master now trying to get ahead of the Death Knight. Not going to really work, and oh, Blade Master going after a Crypt Fiend instead. No, the Crypt Fiend does survive, as the Crypt Fiend now running back off to the north. Alright, Orc now ready to go once more to try and put pressure onto the Archmage base. Skeletal Minions being brought up and killed almost as fast as Militia are, as both sides losing a lot of units right now, but no significant casualties. So far, we can see let Scroll of Protection adding an additional +2 armor on all of these units. Very, very helpful. Very, very yeah, just very, very good common sense at this point, as this has turned into a game of attrition. Whoever loses less will end up winning, and while that is definitely the case, all we're looking at now is the Keep getting absolutely pummeled by Crypt Fiends and a Lich. Lich still sitting at level 1. Grunts need to make their way back. Shadowhunter still sitting at level 1. And the Death Knight is sitting at 3. Lich is sitting at 1. Archmage sitting at 3, as the Mountain King is sitting at 1. So a bit of a hero advantage here, as the Water Elemental is now looking to push in. Alright, Militia now trying to engage here. Militia Stormbolt onto the Crypt Fiend. Crypt Fiend taking an absolute beating, but so far so good. Is he going to be able to escape? There is another Holy Aura, as the Militia now getting taken down one at a time. Alright, Crypt Lord now being brought in. There is an Impale picking up all those units and now being forced to back off. As we now finally have the Undead hero selection complete with the Death Knight, the Lich, and the Crypt Lord. Alright, big fight coming in. Blade Master now chasing away all of these units here. There's an ensnare onto the Crypt Fiend. Crypt Fiend now trying to stay alive. Doesn't look like it will be able to. Is it going to even be able to bother burrowing? No, it does not. It gets taken down. And there is the GG. My apologies. I ended up started yawning at the end of that one, but that final game was really just more of an undead win more than anything else. The undead played at an extremely high level, and the orc player just kind of rode on his coattails. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Hope you guys enjoyed this 3-game set, best of 3 series with 2v2.